Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. And even though it is a little chilly right now in London, as well as it being a lockdown, I thought I would answer some questions that I received from my Instagram page. Yeah, it's open. Come on in. Hey, how's it going? I was just telling the lovely folks here about this Q&A.
Oh, great.
How is that song coming along?
Yeah, well, I need a little more time with the song. There are a few tricky bits, but I'm sure in a good time I'll get it.
Dude, come on, man. Just go and practice.
Alright, man, I'll go practice.
Jeez. Sorry about him. Anyway, let's get to the Q&A, shall we? Alright. I love this first question. What's your favorite type of tea or coffee? I love both. When it comes to teas, lately I've been really enjoying this brand called Yogi Tea. And they have most of their teas infused with ginger. So one of my favorites is ginger lemon and ginger orange with just a hint of vanilla. Beautiful. The other brand I love is Twinings. And they make one of the best Earl Grey tea I've ever had. So when it comes to like your typical English tea, white tea as it were, with milk, yeah, Earl Grey is my number one choice. When it comes to flavored teas, green tea with a hint of mango is one of them, and the other one is chamomile with honey. So good, so good. Alright, give me some double pedal control exercises, like right left patterns. So I assume single stroke roll patterns, okay. I'm not sure really what level you are in terms of how long you've been playing and how many things you've dabbled with when it comes to playing double kick or double bass. I think the first thing I would tell you to do is to grab whatever literature you have, whether it's, stick control or any, basic sight reading book that has hand patterns, and start playing, let's say, the first two lines with 8s or 16s, and learn how to play those patterns with the feet. And also playing the accents. So that will teach you how to play accented notes and non-accented notes, aka loud and soft, because music would be boring if it just had the same dynamic line. So we gotta play dynamically. Then step 2 is to play that same line or lines from that book while holding down an 8-note groove. So you're playing a beat and you're still playing the foot pattern underneath that. And try that at various different tempos with and without accents. That would be the best place to start. And then eventually you can work on the speed aspect. Alright? Cool. Let's see what we have here. Have you ever worked with musicians who've recorded with famous drummers? I have, actually, some years ago. I've had the privilege of working with some wonderful bass players and guitar players who either hired well-known session players or perhaps were featured on one of their albums. So the drummers I'm talking about, guys like Virgil Donati, Mike Mangini, Marco Miniman, Achilles Priester, are probably the ones you would know by now. All phenomenal in their own way, and yes, it was more in the prog rock realm back when I was in that scene a couple of years ago. So that was fun. What are your top 3 rudiments? I like this one. I love singles, doubles, and pretty much every flam rudiment in the flam family. Yeah. Yo, Melo, why triad grip? Well, as you may know, yes, I do play traditional grip or trad grip or conventional grip, whatever you want to call it. Orthodox as well, I believe it's also called. Now, the main thing from a physical standpoint that separates matched from traditional is that A, with matched grip, the reason why it's called match is because both hands are matching each other. Get it? It's the same. With traditional grip, well, it's a asymmetric grip. So therefore, both hands will play a different grip. But what makes it really different is that with matched, your hand goes on top of the stick and your wrist moves this way. With traditional grip, Your entire hand is underneath the stick. I'm going to do that again. This is matched. This is traditional. Notice that little arch that changed. So the entire elbow and your shoulder in a way has changed, which means everything on, let's say, my left side, because I'm right-handed, therefore my left hand is traditional grip. So my cymbal setup and my drums to my left have different angles and heights compared to my right side. Therefore, it is not technically matching. My angles are definitely more higher and angled a little bit outwards, so that when I do reach for a cymbal or drum, it's not too close where I'm, almost handcuffing myself between my body and the object that I'm about to hit. So there is a bit of distance to cover, but not annoyingly far. The traditional grip. Only other drummers care what grip you play. Not your bandmates, not your producer, not your manager, not your sound engineer, not your lighting crew, not your driver. Your roadie will, of course, because, that person is going to be setting up the drum set the way you like it, right? Especially in a live setting or studio setting. Nobody really cares what grip you play. Unless the music sounds bad. From the drumming perspective, that is. So maybe you want to practice that a lot before you do a gig or a YouTube video or what have you. The idea is, if you spend 8 hours a day practicing match, you'll be great. If you spend 8 hours a day practicing traditional grip, you'll be great. Alright, let's see what we have here. What about Sabian HHX extreme pressures? Do they work for any kind of elevating music? Yeah, Sabians are pretty versatile. I've used Sabians for more than a decade now. On the road, in the studio, and also on my YouTube channel, back when I used to use acoustic drums. Pre-COVID, remember those days? Yeah, so very versatile. HHX are a little more darker in sound. I quite like the regular HHX series as well as Dave Weckel's Legacy and Evolution. Those are very versatile. They're so versatile that R&B drummers use them, metal drummers use them. Yeah, they work in any scenario pretty much, and they sound great, not too much sustain, and they have so many different options of sizes, and some of them have rivets, some don't, some have holes in them like the Ozone Crash, they have the Evolution Ozone. By the way, Sabian were the first to put holes in cymbals. Think about that. Alright people, that is enough for today's Q&A. Thank you for seeing part 1. Take care.